ready. Now on our 727 rebuild, we will be assembling our front servo and our rear servo band struts. That's our standard struts there, the front and rear one, and that is our modified heavy duty upgraded front band strut which we'll be putting in. We're going to be deleting the old one. The tools you need is a torque wrench, a fitting for the bands, for the adjustment. You need a flat blade screwdriver and an 8mm or a 5/16 open ender to adjust our bands. Okay, I'll start off with our rear band. I get that short stubby one. Now, lengthwise I'm going to put, don't know if you can see that, I'm going to slide that under there. I'm going to try and make it sit on the top of the, put that upside down. I want it to sit right on my band itself. Can you see that where it goes in there? I set it right under there. It's going to stop. Now with a screwdriver, our aim is to push it right under that strut. Top and go straight in there. So gently just take up the slack. Okay, now I've taken up the slack. We'll adjust that in a moment. I get my heavy duty strut. I just put in there. If you're doing any performance upgrade, these are a great thing. Last thing you want is a standard one flexing and bending and braking. So it's a good safety measure. I just put the other strut there. You come on the outside, that's our adjustment. I just take up the slack again. Can you come on this side? See how it's so smooth on this side? And that's our front band in. Now, the way we're going to adjust this, I'll do the back one first. I get my torque wrench with my fitting. I've adjusted my torque wrench to 72 inch-pounds. So I'm going to take that in. Just to make sure, get my socket, and backing off 2 turns. So what I'll do, back it off quarter, half, 3/4, 1, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2. 2 turns. Work this arm a bit, put it back nice and free. I might get my airline and make sure it's free. I like to adjust the band twice. I do it the first time, I blow air in it, just in the hope to free up the band a little bit. I might over tighten it a little bit, just to stretch the band because it is a new band. I would rather it stretching under me now than out on the racetrack and with the band stretches and you get a different clearance altogether after it's been stretched. So back off a little bit. I've worked it a bit. That's my 72 inch-pounds. As you can see that the bands move. Before the adjustment was on the flat side, now it's on the high side. So that tells me that by me working the band earlier, the band's definitely stretched a bit and it's moved. So it's a good thing we actually done that. So let's see, that's 1/4, half, 3/4, 1, 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, 2. Right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and to lock up that lock nut, I've got the 11/16 socket, or if you've only got metric in your toolbox, it's a 17mm socket. Make sure the adjustment hasn't moved. Just make sure when you're doing up the lock nut, keep your eye on the inside of the thread and just make sure it doesn't move like it did for me just then. See, it's moving a bit there. That's it. Spot on. You can see the band in there. Your final result is you should get the arm freely moving up, not too much. And if you want to know if it's too tight or not, if you can just grab your band and move it side to side, you know it's free enough. So it's definitely not tight, even though it might feel it's limited from this end. So that's the front one. We've got that's the rear one.
And on our next video, part 18, we will show you how to adjust the front band.